All right, let's get right into it. If you're prepping for a big exam like NEET, you know the feeling. You're staring at this huge list of scientific names, just trying to force them into your brain. It's tough, right? But what if I told you there's a much better way? A way to lock in 14 really complex examples from the Fabaceae family permanently in just a few minutes. Today, we're going to use a story, a simple, memorable, almost magical carnival story that's going to become your secret weapon for remembering the Fabaceae family forever. Okay, let's dive in. So, our journey starts at a carnival. Just picture it, the lights, the sounds, all the colors, and right in the middle of it all, we've got a father and his son, and they're about to have a conversation that is going to unlock everything for you. So as they're walking in, the father bends down to his son and he has this affectionate little nickname for him. He says, "My dear Indian son." The boy just beams. Now remember those two words, Indian and son. They are the first two keys to our puzzle. Their first stop? A super brightly lit sweet stall. There is a sign hanging right above, and it's advertising the special of the day. It says, "Special Sweet Lupine Delight." Okay, you see where this is going. The words sweet and lupine are our next clues. The father points to the sweet and he tells his son what's in it. He says, "This is lupine sweet made with soy oil and groundnut oil." And boom, two more crucial keywords for our memory palace, soy and groundnut. But then the father, being a dad, he turns this into a little life lesson. He reminds his son that sweets are just a treat and that real strength comes from good, proper food, the kind they eat at home. He starts counting them on his fingers. Arhar, gram, Moong, and sem. 4 healthy pulses, 4 more keys unlocked. Simple as that. And then, for a bit of fun, he points to some animals nearby and adds this funny little warning. "Don't eat like buffaloes chewing Sesbania and Trifolium," he says. "That is fodder." The boy laughs, and just like that, Sesbania and Trifolium are locked into his memory. And now, they're locked into yours, too. He wraps up his lesson with one last bit of fatherly advice. "And if you eat too much," he says, with a little fake cough, "you might need Mulethi to soothe your throat." And there it is, our final keyword, Mulethi. This is where the magic really happens. Let's go right back to the beginning. That greeting, Indian, what does it point to? It points directly to Indigofera, the plant that gives us indigo dye. See? Simple. And the second part of that greeting, sun? Well, that maps perfectly to Sunhemp, a really important fiber crop. So Indian sun gives us Indigofera and Sunhemp. Done. Locked in. Next up, that sign at the sweet stall. It gives us 2 for the price of 1. Lupine stands for the ornamental plant Lupin, and sweet points us straight to sweet pea. 2 beautiful flowers hidden in one delicious sounding name. Now for the ingredients of that sweet. Soya oil comes from soybean, and groundnut oil comes from, well, you guessed it, groundnut. 2 massive sources of edible oil, right there in the recipe. And what about the father's lesson on eating healthy? This is just brilliant. It lays out the entire pulses category for us. Gram, Arhar, sem, and Moong are all key examples of pulses that belong to the Fabaceae family. That funny part about the animals wasn't just for a laugh. The 2 plants he mentioned, Sesbania and Trifolium, are prime examples of fodder crops, the stuff used to feed livestock. And finally, the father's warning about getting a sore throat gives us our medicinal plant. Mulethi is, Mulethi, which you probably know as licorice root, a super well-known remedy. And just like that, all 14 examples are decoded. So we didn't just memorize a list, we actually decoded a story. Now let's see how this story builds a perfectly organized table, the kind that's totally ready for your exam. Just look at this. Every single keyword from our little carnival story now fits perfectly into its scientific category, all based on its economic importance. We've got Indigofera for dye, Sunhemp for fiber, we have Lupin and sweet pea as ornamentals, soybean and groundnut for edible oils. All our pulses are there, our 2 fodder crops, and of course Mulethi for medicine. The story literally built the exact chart you need to study from. How cool is that? This whole system, all 14 names and all their categories, can be accessed with just a single trigger, your memory master key. It's the entire story, all boiled down into one powerful sentence. And here it is. You just have to remember that conversation. It starts with, "My dear Indian son." Then at the stall, he explains the Lupin sweet is made with soya and groundnut oils. Then comes his advice. Eat proper food like gram, arhar, sem, and moong, and don't eat fodder like Sesbania and Trifolium. And if you overdo it, you'll need Mulethi. That conversation is the key. It unlocks the entire Fabaceae family for you.